Welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Aquarius. This is your summer solstice reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and chart ruler. So if you are here at a different time, this reading can still be for you, but we're just looking at the energies that are present around summer solstice. So we'll start with from the Litha Oracle. You have herb crafting. Allow your roots to dive into the depths. Your spirit calls for grounding. Okay, so I'll get into these a bit more as we go through them. This is from the Avalon Magic deck, and this really relates back to Morgan Le Fay. So again, crafting, honing your craft. Live your own authentic life with courage. To be your true self, renew your focus. Okay. And here with the Druid wisdom, so this is the scene. No, it's not. There we go. And it says, so it's Cernus, lead the way. Rejoice and run to where the old gods dwell, to the edge of Wales, if it makes you happy and well. Carry green garnet for prosperity and gratitude, and make an offering to the green man, the pagan god of nature and the cycle of life. All right, beautiful. And then your guide, or, okay. Guardian is the boar. And you have movement as your direction. This is so interesting. Okay. And for your inner child, be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. It's interesting because I think the stereotype of Aquarius is that you shine regardless, like that your energy is always this. And so it seems like a lot of this is reminding you to kind of return to yourself, or to embrace that true internal self. And then this is a card for guidance for life around this time. So we have this Strength card. There's a taming of, or like, I don't know if taming is a word, but confidence. So a bolstering or drawing back confident energy toward yourself. And your love life has two cards. So the first is the Two of Cups, okay? And you also have the Ace of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Let me get back to that. I really feel like I have to pull all of the cards to read for you, Aquarius. And for career, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay. So there are a lot of cards here that sort of harken to other signs. So if you have watched readings based on your other signs, you may recognize some of them. But what I'm seeing here for you is what I'm seeing for all of the fixed signs. So the Wheel of Fortune has turned, and so you're moving on to something new. And that something new is of equal or greater value than what you currently have, even if it does not seem that way to you in the beginning. Part of it has to do with you returning to certain goals or missions that, when you start something, or any idea starts with, this kernel of truth, altruism, and with the altruistic, like an intention to do good or something like that. And it feels like especially in your career, you may have begun to get caught up in the details. I want to say there's a lot of that here, like getting caught up in the details and forgetting the bigger picture, which isn't like you. It isn't really your comfort zone, but I'm sure it's taught you quite a bit, but it's also your confidence has taken a hit because you've been out of your comfort zone. So have strength in knowing that if you've been having a difficult time, it's because you've been out of your space and you've been learning how to generate that altruism in a deeper way, I want to say. In your love life, so if you're single, there is a love connection coming in hot and heavy. Okay. So there's love, there's passion. It's a very new energy. So if you've been hung up on someone maybe old or from the past, I don't feel that for you. I feel like it's something new coming in. If you were in a relationship, this is where you have to pour out your cups to see what's in them. So I feel like if there's been trouble in your relationship, this is a call to action for starting something new in the relationship. It could be couples counseling. If you haven't been struggling, it's something to do with your reciprocal energy. One or the other of you may have been struggling or waning, and you may need to pour extra energy, extra fire into your partner if they are struggling to get motivated, or just being more of an initiator. This really feels like a great time to have that date, reprioritize the relationship and go to new places or see each other in a new way and ignite that passion again, because it's there. It's definitely there. So in your career, I see you moving and changing the way that it's oriented. So even if it's not changing jobs, I mean, for some of you, that could be what's going on, that you're starting even a whole new profession, I want to say, still using similar skills, but a new profession. But for some of you, this is a new orientation to the work that you already do. I feel like part of it is stripping away. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is outside imposed ideas that we buy into that end up making it into what we feel is our responsibility or how we accomplish what we do in our work. And this is kind of like you come back around to maybe being a little bit more rebellious or doing it your own way and inviting in something new, trying something different. I really feel like that's there for you. And with the boar, this is a very hardy guardian. So it's almost like it clears the way ahead of you. You have something quite intimidating about your energy at this time, and that will help clear away the naysayers. And it's almost like the people who would normally be a critic are too afraid to say anything. And that works for you at this time. So don't worry about them being afraid, because what you're doing is pioneering you're forging a new path, right? And so I wanted to close out the reading by just reading about the boar, and then we'll touch a bit more on this inner child's energy. And the movement. So this is the change, but I guess it goes without saying, like, this doesn't feel as important. Like, it's kind of like, of course, things are moving because of all the other things that are happening. a new devotion to your craft, and whatever your work is will bring new and yield new results. And I think that's really the emphasis of this. And you don't really have to worry about your love life because you're kind of taking care of that as well. But the boar here represents benevolence. And again, that's that altruism. It's how you can bring the most to the most amount of people, which is sort of the goal of Aquarius, I feel, in the most responsible way. So in general, we enjoy being generous to our closest friends. Of course, we also like reciprocity, to see those same friends give back to us too. And some of us may keep a mental tally of who's given, who's taken, and whose turn it is to give next. Boar reminds you that kindness does not require a ledger, that you do not need to be repaid for your good deeds. Remember, your kind gesture is just that, a kindness given, a kindness given. It's hard to fathom, but for some of us, the difficulty isn't in the giving, but in the accepting and simply saying thank you. Kindness is odd that way. I give with an open heart and expect nothing in return. That's your affirmation. Forgot the word. And with be true to who you are, I think that these kind of go without saying, right? You have the unicorn here. That's very Aquarian, kind of, can we get that to focus? A very Aquarian energy. And you always shine when you are forging that new path, just grounding it in what you've learned and what you've accomplished before. So bringing it down to earth, I think, is the most important way. And I think you do that by honing your craft. So studying or creating physical things or objects. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care.